Hello everyone. Welcome to another edition of Secrets of Silicon Valley with your intrepid host, Bradley Naranch. Neo, Alpha, Romeo, Alpha, Neo Charlie Hotel. I'm coming to you today from Filoli Gardens in Woodside, California, just outside of Silicon Valley and south of San Francisco, for the fourth of 5 foreign policy social media messages as part of my hashtag Bradley 2024 presidential candidacy to succeed Joe Biden and become the 47th President of the United States. Today I will be discussing ways to rehabilitate and restore U.S.-Russian relations in the wake of war in Ukraine and a deterioration of diplomatic, economic, and social ties between the Russian Federation and the United States. I believe that the key to resolving potential flashpoints and existing conflicts is to establish a personal rapport with the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. I believe that only on the basis of mutual respect and cooperation between Vladimir Putin and the next U.S. president will it be possible not only to end the war in Ukraine on amicable terms, but also to deal with a host of other issues for which cooperation between the Russian Federation and the United States will be essential. I propose to create a bond between President Putin and myself by meeting on 3 separate occasions in the first year of my presidency in 2025. The first of these meetings will take place in St. Petersburg, Russia, and will begin on January 27th. This is the anniversary of the end of the siege of Leningrad. And I believe that Vladimir Putin is someone whose personal background is a significant part of understanding how he thinks and what he intends to do in the future. Meeting with President Putin on a personal basis and learning about his family's story, his family's tragic but also heroic story involving the Nazi siege of Leningrad will help me understand what it is that makes Vladimir tick. I will then invite President Putin to join me here at Filoli, as well as at the Google headquarters in nearby Mountain View on May 9th, 2025, which is the 80th anniversary of Victory Day, the end of the Second World War in Europe, for which the alliance between the United States and the Soviet Union was essential. We cannot forget that when the United States and Soviet Union cooperated, despite political differences, they were able to defeat the worst manifestation of autocracy and indeed of politically sanctioned evil in world history, which was the Third Reich of Nazi Germany. Vladimir Putin is, at his core, a peacemaker and not a warmonger. And I believe that by establishing a personal connection with this individual, this remarkable individual, that we will be able, as heads of state, to work together and cooperate, even if we will never have identical views. This Woodside visit will be an opportunity for President Putin to learn more about my backyard and the concerns of residents in California and in the United States. And these 2 visits will allow us to establish lines of communication outside of traditional diplomatic channels. These will be personal visits between me and him. And they will lay the foundation for political negotiations which will culminate in a treaty signing ceremony to be held at the Palace of Versailles outside of Paris on November 11th, 2025. in this particular ceremony, we will create frameworks for resolving political differences, for adjusting, if necessary, political boundaries on the western edge of the Russian Federation, and for paving the way for economic aid and financial assistance to flow from the United States into the Russian Federation, what I call the deferred Marshall Plan. We owe Russia and the Russian people a great debt for their heroic military struggle against Nazi Germany in the Second World War, and we have not fully paid that debt. I believe that Vladimir Putin knows this, and it is important that any future U.S. president is knowledgeable about history, about Russian history, and takes the time to listen and not to dictate terms. You cannot dictate to an individual such as President Vladimir Putin. I am a different political leader. I do not underestimate him. In fact, I have a high regard for President Putin's political skills and his intelligence, and I would never do anything other than to approach him with the same common decency and humanity with which I would treat any individual. I believe that by meeting Vladimir Putin in St. Petersburg, by inviting him to be my guest in Silicon Valley, and then by gathering in Paris at the Palace of Versailles, that we will do something truly remarkable. I do not underestimate the complexity of the tasks that we're dealing with, but that is not an excuse for being creative, being innovative, and being courageous. Once President Putin understands that there is an individual who is willing and able to make deals, whom he can respect, we can achieve great things. I am 100% convinced that this method will transform Russian and American relations and allow the two of us to tackle global challenges, including climate change, as well as other issues relating to protection of ethnic, religious, and linguistic minorities, not just on the borders of the Russian Federation, but in other parts of the world as well. Vladimir Putin can be a partner, and he does not need to be an antagonist. This is and will be the future direction of American foreign policy regarding the Russian Federation under my leadership. I will be posting this social media message on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and providing links on Twitter and LinkedIn. Thank you for listening. This is Bradley Naranch coming to you from Filoli Garden in Woodside, California. I look forward to sharing with you additional political messages regarding foreign policy as well as domestic policy in the days, weeks, and months to come. Bradley out.